12 most dangerous kids' toys ever made. From exploding toy rockets in the faces of children to mini trampoline ankle-breaking moon shoes, we take a look at 12 of the most dangerous toys ever made. Number 12. Austin Magic Pistol. This toy is a great example of how much safety in toys has changed over the decades.
I feel protected.
The Austin Magic Pistol was a handheld cannon
Pew!
that was sold to kids everywhere in the 1940s. The problem with this toy was that it was full of calcium carbide that actually exploded as soon as it touched water.
Oh my god.
This toy would generate a ball of fire when fired with ping pong balls and would burn children's hands.
Owie.
Number 11. Splash Water Rockets. This toy was very dangerous and went on the market in the later 1990s. Basically, it was a rocket that could explode by using water pressure from a hose that built up energy. When the water filled up, children would jump on the launcher and the rockets would shoot straight up in the air.
Pyow, wing, wow.
It sounds fun.
Yay.
But over 38 cases were reported saying that the toy would shoot up in different directions, and the water rocket had exploded, causing damage to the faces and hands of the children.
I used to be pretty.
Number 10. Aqualeisure Baby Boats. The Aqualeisure Baby Boat seems harmless enough. After all, what child doesn't love playing in the water?
This one.
The problem with this toy was that it was made cheap, and the inflatable boats would often tear easily, and the babies would fall right through.
What?
The company Aqualeisure was fined $650,000 because they knew about the problem for more than 6 years and didn't try to change it.
Lazy.
Number 9. Buckyballs. Buckyballs were a popular toy for many children because of their magnetic strength that's used to sculpt and construct. However, they were dangerous because they could be swallowed easily, and because of the material they were made of would stick to the intestinal walls.
Yummy.
This would lead to blood poisoning, bowel blockage, tearing organs, and even possible death.
Why, Bucky? Why?
Number 8. Snap Bracelets. Snap bracelets were another popular toy for both girls and boys.
That rhymes.
They were spring-loaded bands made of metal covered in a colorful plastic or cloth material. They could be straightened and then slapped on the wrist to take the shape of a bracelet and curl back into position.
Are these things magic?
The problem with this toy was that they were cheaply made and would slice into the flesh of children because the metal wore through the cheap covering.
Owie.
Eventually, snap bracelets were banned in some schools because of all the accidents that occurred with this dangerous toy.
Get them out of here.
Number 7. Polly Pocket. Back in 2006, Mattel had to put out a recall on over 4 million of their Polly Pocket toys.
That's like 10 million.
The toy was a set of tiny plastic dolls with magnetic clothing, but children were swallowing the magnets because they mistook the magnets for candies.
Yum.
Even teenagers would use the magnets as lip piercings
I'm so cool.
and would unintentionally swallow them. Because the pieces were magnetic, they would attach to one another when multiple ones were ingested and tear through the stomach lining.
I'm hungry.
Number 6. Sky Ranger Remote Control Airplanes. This toy was deemed dangerous, not because it would fly into people,
That sounds like fun.
but because it would explode. Close to 50 injuries were reported around the world.
That's like 1 billion people.
Some of the reported injuries were minor burns, loss of hearing, and eye injuries.
Who said that?
Number 5. Moon Shoes. Moon shoes were said to be like having a mini trampoline on your feet.
Liar.
However, the company that made this toy didn't consider all the broken ankles that would occur from using their product.
How dare you?
Parents had even suggested that instead of the company's slogan being a mini trampoline for your feet, it should have been, now your kids can break their ankles faster than ever before.
I'm gonna set the record.
Number 4. Magnetics. This was a series of toys that would allow kids to build things by snapping together magnets. The reason this toy was dangerous is because it contained plastic pieces that would fall out,
Cheap.
and children could swallow them.
Yummy.
The swallowed pieces would connect inside the stomachs of the children, and one child died.
That's terrible.
Number 3. The Swing Wing. The swing wing was like a hula hoop, but worn on children's heads, and would twirl around, moving the body and neck in a back and forth motion.
Look at me go.
The toy was put on the market in 1965 by Transogram Games, the same company that created Dr. Kits and Tiddlywinks.
What'd you just say?
The Swing Wing wasn't as successful as their other toys, and was pulled off the shelves everywhere after it was reported that kids were getting spinal injuries.
Owie.
Number 2. Creepy Crawlers. Creepy crawlers started selling everywhere back in 1964, and it was a toy that would allow kids to create whatever kind of toy they wanted.
I want to make a puppy.
The set came with plastic-like goop
Ooh, yum.
and an electric-powered mold
Powered mold.
that would heat up to 300 degrees.
That's like 7 times hotter than the sun.
The goal was to allow kids to make their own creepy crawlers like bugs, worms, or spiders out of plastic. The dangerous part about this toy was they would inhale all the toxic fumes
Ew.
and would burn their hands and fingers on the hot plate.
Yowie.
Number 1. Children's wood-burning kits. The name itself is a good indication not to buy this toy for your child.
But he wants it so bad.
This toy was a mix of branding and etching created by burning wood.
Burning wood.
Kids would use a hot iron to burn different designs into a piece of wood. Normally, when you think of an iron, the thought is to not have a child near one.
Sometimes.
That didn't stop the creators from marketing this as a children's toy. In fact, for just under $25, parents can purchase this wood-burning kit for their children.
I want 2 of them. Gimme, 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 gimme.